It's Wednesday, April the 18th. Lake level is right at 9:15. It's been there for the last 3 or 4 days. It hadn't fluctuated much, an inch or two. Water temperature is kind of all over the place, as is the fishing. You know, it's kind of crazy weather. Last weekend it was snowing. Fish are way behind, but there's actually some fish on beds right now, and I've actually caught some post-spawn fish and actually seeing fry in the backs of some of the pockets. So I don't have any baits or anything, particular thing right now to talk about, because the fishing is just all over the board. I'm not saying they're biting real good jumping in the boat, but there are so many different ways you can catch them. Like the wind was blowing 25, 30 miles an hour today. Some areas there was a good spinnerbait bite. You know, a lot of the fish that we were catching on in a lot of these creeks on crankbaits and spinnerbaits, to me a lot of them fish have moved, and I think they've committed to spawning. But what I'm finding is a lot more fish coming in off the main lake now, starting to stage. And what's kind of crazy is you can catch them there one day, and the next day you can't get a bite. Well, I think the reason is because they're moving so fast with this water, you know, warming up. It's going to get down to 40 degrees tonight, so I'm sure that's going to slow them down a little bit. But there's so many different ways you can catch them. There's starting to get a pretty decent bottom bite, whether it be on like a Carolina rigged lizard, baby brush hog. A bait I like to throw is a pig sticker wobblehead. I take a half-ounce wobblehead. It's kind of like a biffle hardhead, and maybe rig up a rage craw on it, or a strike king menace, or even a baby brush hog, or a zoom magnum finesse worms, or, even a little French fry. You can get bit on a Ned rig in certain pockets. Swim bait is a day-to-day deal. It's still a good swim bait bite, and I'm throwing anywhere from 2.8 up to a 4.0 swim bait. And it seems like if the water's got a lot of color in it, a lot of brown in it, or dark stain, I'm more apt to use white. If I'm down in the clear water, which there isn't very much clear water left, when they got the lake sucked down, a lot of the stain kind of made it down there towards the dam. So the water's not near as clear. What little bit of clear water there is, it's not near as clear as what it normally is. I've been catching some fish on a jerkbait still, and that's telling me, and a lot of them fish I'm catching on main lake points, telling me that there's another group of fish coming up, to migrate in. I think, we're going to have a full-blown spawn here, probably about a week and a half. We're on a new moon right now. I think the 1st of May we're supposed to have a full moon. And, providing the water temperature doesn't go the other way, it's, right now every day it's going up. It should be just crazy here as far as fish heading to the banks to spawn in the next week or so. But like I say, I'm starting to catch fish in all 3 phases. I have caught some post-spawn fish. I don't think very many of them have got done, but I think there's a lot of them doing it right now. So, you just got to kind of fish the conditions and change up a lot. I may pull out on a point, set the boat 20, 25 feet. If I can't get bit on a swim bait, I'll pick up a Carolina rig. The only problem with some of the bottom baits, some of the areas, the slime is still real bad on the bottom. So you got to either fight that or find an area that doesn't have the slime real bad in order to fish the bottom. A few things I want to mention. Luz, until the end of the month, has got a special on 3 different model reels, and it's not just at Sportsman Factory Outlet. It's anybody in the country that sells Luz. They've got a promotion going on 3 different model reels, and I'm sorry I had the model numbers wrote down, but I don't have them here with me right now. Another thing, if you guys are fishing tournaments, this new organization called TAG, I just got signed up today because we've got the FLW tournament starts tomorrow. So I wanted to get signed up, in case I do well, I can win some incentive money. But a lot of the guys have been, there's several people winning $5,000 every weekend on incentive money. So if you fish tournaments, you're looking for some extra money, a lot of times the tag incentive pays more than winning the event. So go to tag.com, tagfishing.us, and all the information will be on there as far as the different levels you can sign in at and what tournaments are qualified. So, really looking forward to a good weekend of fishing. I don't know for sure what kind of weights are going to come in tomorrow. We'll see at the end of the day. But I think, we'll see a few 20-pound stringers. The wind's going to settle down tomorrow, so the guys that are bed fishing will have a good day to bed fish. The last couple of days the wind's been blowing hard, so it'll be pretty hard to sight fish. But I think we're going to see some good sacks of fish. Hopefully I can be one of the guys that's got one. So till next week, good luck, good fishing.